Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Good evening, boys. Thank you so much for your participation during the class today. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Today we started from page number 20. It was the start of Unit 2, Stories. And I asked you the question in the beginning of the class that what do you like reading? So there are different types of books that we can read, right? The comics books, the stories books, stories about the superheroes, factual books like encyclopedia, historical or futuristic stories. So here in this lesson, we are going to know about these four different types of books. Read what these children say about reading. So let's see in A part here, we can see I'm really into comics and stories about superheroes. I love reading about adventures and characters that can do amazing things. I love the colorful cartoons that go with the story. So many boys took the names of their favorite superheroes, right? So let me show you here superhero stories. Just give me a moment. Okay, let's see these pictures. Here we can find these cartoon characters. Like Spider-Man, there is a Superman, Batman, and there are many actually, right? So here the boy is talking about that he is really into comics and the stories about the superheroes. He loves reading about the adventures and characters, right? So the first thing we came to know is a kind of comics and the storybooks about the superheroes. In the second part, I like going online to read story and find facts. My favorite websites are the interactive websites. Interactive websites are those websites where you can take part, you can make your own stories, right? And here see where you can make up your own stories and find out new things by doing online quizzes. Online quizzes like you guys are doing on Kahoot. So Kahoot is also an interactive website where you are taking part to complete the quizzes, right? So there are many interactive websites where you can make your own stories like this boy likes to do, right? And number three, that I enjoy reading factual books. Fact, what does it mean? Factual books have different facts like I gave you the example, like what is the capital of Saudi Arabia? So we all know it is Riyadh. So it is a fact, right? It is a fact. So there, the factual books contains a lots of information. So usually the encyclopedia are the types of books where we can find almost all different types of information, the facts actually. So I'm not into fictional stories. I like learning about the science and finding out how things works. Science is about reality, right? So it is far from the fiction which is unreal, right? Far from reality. And in the fourth type of category, we have seen, I really like historical and futuristic stories about times in the past or set in the future. I like imagining places that are very different from where I live. Let me show you some imaginary places. Like these are different kinds of imaginary places. See, which in actually it doesn't exist. So here we have seen the boy is telling us he likes historical. Historicals are those stories which contains the past events. Like if I'm reading about, the ancient Egypt, so it is a kind of historical story. And if I'm reading about the futuristic stories, which are based on imaginations, right? So these are called the historical and futuristic stories. And these are quite different from the factual books. And he say factual books are too boring for him. So all of us, we have different reading habits, and we used to read according to our habits, according to our choice. Some of us, we like comic stories about the superheroes, and some of us, we like the online website stories. We also, there are some boys, those who like to read the factual books like encyclopedia. And there are some people, those who like historical and futuristic stories. So in today's lesson, it was all about the different kinds of reading habits. Let's see the question number 3 now. Here, read the children comments again and copy the table in your notebook. What do this like about reading? You can do it here. I'm going to show you the answer of this question. You can write the answer of this question on the book. Like comics, it's about reading adventures, about characters that do amazing things, and look at the cartoons. And about factual books, you are going to write learning about the science and find out how things work. And about the interactive websites, we can see where we can make our own stories. We can find new things. We can do online quizzes. And the story books, like we can see, imagine different places, and about historical and futuristic stories, right? So this is what you are going to write on your book, the answer of question number 3. And then there is a question number 4. Find these phrases in the text, fill in the missing words. This is the question number 4. Here it is. It's basically, these all sentences are taken from the above mentioned paragraphs. So we need to choose the right word. Here we can find, for example, I dash reading about adventures. So this is what we can find here. I love reading. I love reading about adventures. Right? So all these sentences are there, but I'm going to show you the answer of this question as well. I love reading about adventures. I enjoy reading factual books. I'm really into comics and stories about superheroes. I like learning about science, and I'm not into fictional stories. I'm not very keen on factual books. So this is how that you are going to complete the question number 4. And that is it for today. Furthermore, your homework will be page number 16 as well as page number 17. For today, you are going to write. This is it today. It was the summary of today's lesson. And I'll see you in the next class. Take good care of yourself. Goodbye.